Hi Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing your 2022 readings today. How exciting is that? Can't believe we made it. It's 2022. But anyway, watch this if you're Scorpio Sun, Moon, or Rising. You can check it for your Venus, even Jupiter as well. We will take a look at the most dominant energies for you for the year 2022. There is going to be an extended in the description box as well. I hope you guys are all doing well. If you're watching this in 2021, when I'm most likely going to be posting that, check out the 2022 personalized astrology and tarot prediction. Today we are going to be mainly focusing on the tarot part, on the intuitive. But in the personal predictions, I am doing your natal chart, your transits, personalized transits for the year, your secondary progressions, your solar arcs, your progress chart. I'm looking into your return, so it's really like a lot of readings in one. So it's probably the best option that I have. Of course, if you want to study tarot or astrology with me, links are going to be in the description box. If there is any deals or anything like that, it's going to be in the description box as well. I highly recommend to take my tarot course that's available on Vimeo if you're an absolute beginner, because this is a very good deal for an absolute beginner where I walk you through each card. And of course, if you're interested in studying astrology, I have both astrology class for beginners where I start teaching you from very scratch how to read planets, what to start with, and level 2 where we dive into more sophisticated complex such as secondary progressions, fixed stars, composite charts, synastry, and all of that beautiful stuff. Anyway, links to everything in the description box, and let's get started. I feel drawn to start with an oracle. I kind of really want to make it super intuitive today. So let's see what we're gonna have. All right, we have here Messenger. Serious energy bringing harmony and balance. This is your first card, Scorpios. What stands out is that for a lot of you who do not feel like you have fully connected to your purpose yet, maybe you feel like there is something you are here to give to the world. Maybe you feel that, you were born in this time, you incarnated, you came to this world at this time for a reason. It's not just a coincidence. But you kind of don't know for sure how to go about expressing yourself, because of course we can take so many paths, right? We can, we can bring healing, like let's just take healing for a second. We can bring healing to this world by being artists, or by being actually working in the field of medicine, or even being, any kind of psychic astrologer, etc., right? There is even that could be brought to the world in so many different levels. But of course there is more paths than one. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've been getting these messages that you are meant to be doing more, that you are meant to really do something special in this world. And I feel like for those of you who still feel like, well, I'm not sure, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Or if there is any kind of confusion about your path, 2022 is going to be the year where you will fully align with your purpose, what you came here to do. For a lot of you, because we have here serious energy about harmony and balance too, this is going to be about freedom, empowering others, leading others towards freedom, maybe empowering yourself as well first, finding a way how to help highly polarized places in the world, in your community, in your family, maybe reach more balance. You will be fully aligned with your soul, and you will know what to say and how to say it. Some of you will discover that you actually have a very big gift, maybe when it comes to public speaking, maybe when it comes to, once again, I'm being drawn to this throat chakra and being drawn to the hands of this being in this card. Let me just show it a little closer. So it could be like a number of things. I'm getting that the obstacles that you had before, if there was any kind of obstacles in your life, you will be able to walk through the walls. You will be able to walk through kind of like, if you look here, this person is standing right in the middle of some kind of mountain being split. So if there was some kind of major obstacle in your life that didn't allow you to fully be who you wanted to be, this is going to be the year of a breakthrough. With your wisdom, with your courage, with your talent, you're going to be able, you know how there's an expression, right? Move mountains, right? Or just like, you know, split the seas, so to say. I'm telling you, I know it sounds like so, like, how to say it, motivational speaker, but you're going to be able to do this. And a lot of you have Sirius in your birth chart. Sirius is the star when we look at it from a tropical perspective in the constellation of Cancer. So for a lot of you, you might be, I don't know, maybe you're Scorpio moon or rising and you were born around July 4th, something like that. There is this energy of really feeling very passionate about freedom, whether freeing others or helping to free yourself, freeing yourself, helping to free others, that kind of thing. I feel like some of you will also get a pet or something, and you will call the pet Sirius. Like, this could be literally important name for you. Okay, Scorpios, let's see what else. Let's take one more card from this deck, and we'll go into a different divination after this. Interesting. We also have here this child of cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. So what I'm getting from these two cards is that the year 2022, which of course we start with Jupiter re-entering Pisces again, and also South Node entering Scorpio, is going to be the year where if you thought you were psychic before, if you thought you understood, you know, the universe and like different spiritual concepts, in the year 2022, you're going to feel like you're, I don't know, like, let's say you are studying sacred text, right? Sacred book. Now, there's different ways of studying something. For example, I have Zohar here, you know, on my desk here, but there is a way of studying something just intellectually. However, there is also a way of literally becoming the embodiment of something you practice. So if, let's say, you practice healing, or if you practice some esoteric, some kind of esoteric practice, you study some kind of text, you become embodiment of that. It's almost like you are becoming this earth angel where you're able to channel, like, look at these two cards. Both are channeling this light into the world. And of course, it doesn't have to be something major, like you're going out there saving the world. I'm not telling you have to do that. It just could be that this year is going to be a moment in your life where you will understand why did you have to go through some of the more challenging experiences, and how you can transform this pain to be this light for others. Like, even if it's just your partner, even if it's just, I don't care, your dog, or like your friends or your community, you will see how the light and the beauty of this world are being expressed through your entire being. I know it sounds like very like, whoa, but let's see what else. A very spiritual year. Again, South Node in your sign, Scorpios, and Jupiter in Pisces. Like, if you think you're a psychic, you go in level Nostradamus or something. If you think you're a good astrologer or a good psychologist or whatever, you just go into basically the next level of whatever you are doing. And it's not just about like financial compensation or being popular or famous or anything, even though these things can come now especially, but it's more about that you're becoming like a powerhouse in terms of the influence, the change, and the energy you're bringing to this world. Like, some of you will experience in 2022 the moments when you literally are kind of like remembering why you chose to incarnate in this time, because your energy is so powerful. It's actually, I know it sounds like really what I'm saying sounds like super out there, but like some of you with your vibration and with your soul are the people who are keeping entire communities or cities, away from judgment or away from negativity. Like, your vibration is able to cast away the negativity, not just from your own, let's say, life or house, but entire parts of the world. Once again, it's like it's a very specific type of reading, maybe not for everyone, but These are our messages for 2022. Let's see what else. Yeah, and if you think you are psychic, you will be watching this video next year and you will be like, wow, I know what she was talking about. With Jupiter and Pisces as well, like, wow. And of course, Jupiter in Pisces is your 5th house, while North Node is in the 7th. So for those of you still single, love is just inevitable, let's put it this way. Oh my goodness. We have here 3rd chakra, Archangel Chamuel. Once again, there's something here about, like, if you look at these cards, they are all literally like orbs, energy. If you guys can see. Anyway, let's take a few more cards. I'm also getting, for those of you who want to move somewhere warmer, like you want to move to warmer climate, you're gonna get there. So like if, let's say, you want to move to the tropics or you want to move closer to the ocean, it's gonna happen. We have here patience. We also have here indecision. And we have here action. Wow, what interesting cards you got. Scorpios, year 2022 is going to be an end of a cycle where for a long time you had to be patient, you had to wait on other people. Maybe a lot of you have experienced, especially in your romantic life, I'm seeing, kind of like being in this passive position where you often felt like you didn't have control over what's happening in your life. And maybe you felt like you were at the mercy of another person's decision. Will they call back? Will they choose you? Will they come back? Will they, be faithful? Like, whatever, will this work out? And I feel like the lesson that you've previously learned is how not to lose your confidence and your willpower and your belief in yourself, even when, let's say, other people are testing your patience, even if, let's say, that person won't commit, or even if, let's say, that recognition is not coming, or even if, let's say, like there's other people who are acting like you're an option. How do you, despite people putting you on some kind of wait list, how do you still generate this confidence and that, literally, I want to say solar power, like this power of the soul, power of the sun, the confidence from the inside? This is the cycle that a lot of you have learned, have completed. Now, when it comes to your next chapter, with indecision here and with action, I'm seeing that before you make some major decision, which I do believe you will be making in 2022, it could be a choice between 2 jobs, two locations of where to move, maybe between 2 people even. There is going to be a moment where you will really need to pause and kind of like really understand that your life and where your life is going is not written yet. It's not determined yet. A lot of people are like, well, this is where it's going to go. This is where the world is going. Well, in fact, no one knows. It's like, even if we go and look at this from a little bit of a macro level, we don't really know what's going to happen to the world. Neither those who give like really scary prediction for, humanity, nor those who just say, oh, everything's just going to be fine. Like it's no one knows. There's at any given moment different scenarios of how things could unfold. And I'm not saying this like in a good or in a bad way, but in your life specifically, if we go back to you, I do think that you have more than one path to take. There are options. And I do feel like with this indecision card here, maybe there's been 2 significant passions even of yours in life where, let's say, you are passionate about maybe, I don't know, mathematics, and let's say like if you're younger and dance, or like, I don't know, maybe you're passionate about spirituality and some kind of arts. And there is like options of where you could go, what you could do. I don't feel like the rest of your life is like set yet on specific course. For a lot of you here, 2022 is going to be that decision time, after which things will start moving very fast. Like whatever you're gonna choose in the year 2022, I especially see there's something here that's coming, that needs to be like, a decision needs to be made about mid-year. So it's like right around August, which is interesting because in August we're gonna have like really crazy configurations of some planets. And in 2022 we are also going to have Jupiter entering Aries, and we're going to have Uranus North Node and Mars conjunction. There's so much astrologically going in 2022. It's a crazy year. Like Mars North Node and Uranus together in Taurus, which happens to be your 7th house. Like if your personal life has been boring, I have good news for you. It's not going to be boring anymore. There is going to be, maybe it's even going to happen approximately July, August time, where you're going to take a journey. You're going to take a path. And it's almost like with this action card, things are going to just move so fast, like so fast. You're going to look back at those times where you had to be patient or things were moving slow. And I don't want to say you're going to miss it, but it's like, you kind of will learn to appreciate it too, like those times that are kind of gone now. Let's see what else. Definitely also June, July, August of next year are important months. I'm also seeing March is a very important month of the year 2022, which is interesting because right around then we're also going to have Jupiter and Neptune together conjunct in Pisces, which is your 5th house. It's like, it's the craziest, like, I don't know, like since 2019, 2020, every year is just crazy astrology. Like there is no, like there's things like nothing is normal about this astrology. And I'm not saying in a bad or a good way, but it's like some of the craziest aspects we haven't seen. Like it's just insane. Let's see what else for my dear Scorpios. Woman holding a coin. So whether you're a feminine energy or a masculine energy, I see that financially you're going to do well. If you are, especially in any kind of investments, whether real estate, maybe you have more than one property or something, whether, you know, like financial markets, cryptocurrencies, I don't know, different things here, you're going to do very well. Your investments are going to do extremely well. Now, again, this is now, of course, financial advice. It depends, you know, a lot on your individual situation. But I just feel that what you've been working for all these years, what you've been really trying to accomplish in the year 2022, you are going to feel like, wow, I can see what I've been working so hard, sometimes without recognition, sometimes being underpaid. What have I been working for all my life? Is this stability, this abundance, this ability from this moment onwards, make my own decisions, call my own shots, choose my own destiny. Maybe this is also something that's going to influence this decision moment, because let's face it, when we have stability, when we have resources, even though it doesn't solve all problems, it does give us a lot more freedom. They say financial freedom for a reason, because when you do have financial freedom, this is when you're less likely to stick to some situations, you know, just because you have to worry about survival. So I don't think you're worrying about survival anymore. It's not about like, oh, I just have to stick to this job. It's not something like, oh, I just have to stick to this job because where am I going to live next month, or how am I going to pay for my food? It's like, you're not in this space anymore. You're in the space where you are, you know, you are considering, you have options. You have options about where you could live, what you could do next, what projects to invest in or not, what to entertain or not. Some of you even, you know, maybe just for some of you I'm seeing, are going to become investors, or are going to become interested like in supporting, I don't know, new projects. Or when I say investors, kind of like, you know, angel investors, something around those lines, where you will see some promising projects and you will be like, oh, I can help. I have extra money, you know, to just get myself involved in some of these new projects, new promising projects. Even for some of you, it's like this. Let's see what else. We have here the World, because that's the thing. At this point onwards, it's like, you know how they say, right? The world is your oyster. So I feel like this is yours. The world is your oyster now. You've been patient. You've been working hard. You've been sacrificing. You've been learning your lessons. You've been helping people. You've been, you know, growing spiritually, emotionally, logically, intellectually. So my question to you is, if you could go anywhere in this world, where would you go? And I think this is where this indecision comes in, because a lot of you are starting to understand that actually you have options. Like, and it's kind of hard because now you like, oh, I can just do whatever I want. And now we have here this card, Deceit. Now, what is this about? Well, I'll be honest. This is going to be the year where you will have to be a little bit more careful who you trust. Now, again, this doesn't mean you're going to attract any kind of liars, cheaters, or whatever. But I do think that with North Node, especially transiting through your 7th house and really expanding, the people you talk to, the people you attract, your social circle even is going to grow in 2022. Jupiter as well, of course, also entering your 5th and then your 6th house as well in Aries. There's many options and there's many people attracted to you. Of course, because you also are able to hold your own and you have your own success. That attracts a lot of people too. But the question is, who can you trust? And this goes to business decisions. Can you really trust the person, let's say, who is coming in and is either offering you money or asking money? Like, let's say if it's an investment type situation. Can you really trust that lover who seems to be out of this world? And trust me when I say this, especially for those of you who are single, but even for those of you who are not. With North Node transiting your 7th house and Jupiter being conjunct Neptune in your 5th in Pisces, you will experience the love, if you have not yet, where it's like, I cannot believe if this is real. And the question is going to be, is this real? Is this real or is it just an illusion? Because that's the thing about Neptune, we do not know. Is this coming from the higher spiritual realms? Is it something godly? Or is it just something that's an illusion? And I think when it comes to love, this is going to be a moment where everything you worked for, everything you were patient with before, previously in your life, all the lessons that you've learned, all the work you put into yourself is going to really, really matter. We have here the thinking man. Maybe it's even a decision between two people where one person seems kind of like smart, mercurial, while another person is not that trustworthy. Maybe it's a choice between two people. But trust me when I say 2022, financially, romantically, or just spiritually even itself, is going to be the year that you will never forget. It is going to change everything. You thought you were on the next level. You thought things were great. This is going to be a whole other dimension. Anyway, we'll take this to the extended to look further. What's coming? What are these choices and decision time about? Who is this person who you cannot trust, and who is another person who is maybe more trustworthy? What do you need to focus on in the year 2022? And what do you need to be careful with? Link to the extended is going to be down below. And as well, if you are watching this in 2021 and want to book your personalized astrology transits for 2022, not just transits, but secondary progressions, just your whole chart, how it individually impacts you, plus the tarot personalized as well, link is going to be in the description box. If you want to study astrology or tarot with me, links are also in the description box. We'll take a look. I love you all, Scorpios. I wish you an amazing year 2022, and we'll talk soon. Bye.